While we wait for great. Well, welcome everyone and good evening. Welcome to our community call where we get together every Monday night. We celebrate people, we share updates, we do some training, and tonight's a little special and a little different because July was crazy, wonderful, amazing, and we had a gazillion people rank up. So we're going to be doing things a little differently. We're going to bring on several of our people tonight, and then we're going to bring on a whole bunch more next week. We're not going to have the sponsor introduce them, except for one situation, if we can get Rita on the call. So we're going to start out by celebrating and acknowledging we have two new senior directors, and one of them has been with us for quite a while, and she is just
Robin,
yes.
I thought we were going to start out by talking about the conference.
Well, I think we should do that. Why don't you put up the why don't you do that, and then it'll give us time. Okay, restart. We're going to start talking about the conference. Thank you, Gregory. Yeah, I need our cheat sheet, honey. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, okay. So I think everyone knows by now the in-person live seats are sold out. This is the biggest event the company's ever done. They are pulling out all the stops and they have sold out. Now, things change at the last minute. Some people can't come or whatever. Before you send your ticket back to corporate, if you're making that change to a virtual, please let us know, because we have several people in our community that want tickets. So please reach out to us. But the link is there to get your virtual ticket. And how do you want to talk about the conference a little bit?
Well, I'm just very excited, like everybody is. This is the biggest event the company's ever did. This is an international conference. We're going to have people from Europe, Asia, Canada, Mexico, USA, all gathered together. And, David's been teasing us that he's going to be rolling something out or sharing something. He's lifting the curtain in the laboratory again for us. He did that at the last event, and we all were pretty excited. But there is some rumor that we're actually going to be testing or receiving samples of something new. Whether it's going to be released for the general market at this time, we don't know. But we know David's always got something wonderful up his sleeve, and he's always doing many wonderful things in the laboratory. So, Robin, like yourself, I'm just so excited. In like 9 days, we'll be boarding a plane on the way to Orlando, as will many of the people on the line tonight. And hopefully everybody's not going to be in Orlando is physically is going to be there virtually. And so you can, for only $79, you can get a virtual conference pass. And even if you can't be there because you're working during the day on Friday and you can't be there, still buy the pass, because when you get home Friday evening, you can catch up on the highlights of the conference, and you get to watch the replays for another 2 weeks. So, and by the way, everyone that physically attends is going to get access to the replays also. So no fret. You don't have to buy a physical and a virtual ticket. One ticket will do. And the best tickets are the ones that, sitting in the seats with us. We're going to have a really fun time. And on our next Monday call, we're going to go through the detailed agenda, and we might touch on that briefly at the end of the call. We'll see how long this call goes, but I know we've got several people waiting in the queue that are very excited to be sharing with us here this evening.
Okay. Well, there's a few more that haven't joined us yet that are scheduled to speak this evening, so we'll just do the best we can with what we got here. I have reached out to them, so we will get started with our newest senior director. And this woman everybody knows her. And she's such a gift to our community. She comes to us with a background as a nurse and a nutritionist. She's on our Tuesday night calls. She's an extraordinary leader and team builder, and she's a true servant. So has a true servant's heart. She is totally in service to her team. And it was teamwork to get this one done. So I want to bring on Anne Moreau. There she is. Congratulations. It's been a journey, hasn't it?
Sure has. And it has taken a team of us to get it done, for sure. It's been wonderful. And the support of you, Robin, of Connie. Connie has been amazing. You know, when you talk about this business, you have to think about that we're role models for our team. And I'll tell you, Connie Lucas is an amazing role model. And I can tell you that every time I needed something from Connie, she's been there without question. I call her, she's on vacation, for goodness sake, and you give her a call and she texts back, I'll get back to you. She's just an amazing team leader. So following her example has been powerful. I think the other really important piece is that the team is an important part of all of this, and it takes personal growth, our own personal growth, and our own personal development. But our team sometimes needs that support as well. So being there for team and helping them with their own journey. And oftentimes I've reached up to Upline who've guided, you know, us to get those team leaders to get the support they've needed to help develop them so they can succeed. And so it's important. I think the quote is, the more you work on yourself, the better the results. So it's really important to sort of, you know, continue to help others become successful in order for us to become successful as well. And I think being open, being coachable is also an important part of all of this. And teaching others is what we do as leaders. We have to teach them, you know, what they need to do. Again, Gregory and Robin, you've been powerful role models in doing that. You've offered us and given us tools that have been just powerful, and continue to work on improving those tools for our team's success. And I just, you know, can't thank you both enough. And of course, one of the most important things is to persist in succeeding. I mean, if you persist in this business, you will succeed. If you give up too quickly, too easily, then it's not going to happen. But if you stay with it and you continue to work it, it will happen. And again, belief is an important piece of this. So if you believe in yourself, if you believe in that it's possible, that if you believe in the company, obviously, and the product, all those belief systems are an important part of it. And one of the things that Connie said to me earlier today was finding joy in the journey, right? This has been a lot of fun today. We had a lot of fun this afternoon, you know, working on, you know, getting us to where, or getting me to where we wanted to be, both me and the Rita Lozzi, who became director today as well, which moved me up to senior director. So all of those things, you know, played an important role to getting me where I am. So I never did that alone. It's been a team sport and so much fun to work with this community. So thank you, Robin and Gregory.
Whoa, I hope you guys were taking notes. There were many, many gems, and that's why we do these calls, is to get success tips from people that have done it. Because what Anne is doing is she's constantly educating her team. She's providing so many wonderful, amazing resources. I wish I could be on more of them because they're fabulous. You know, educating people about health and about business and sharing amazing things. And it is a team sport, and it is about belief. I mean, if you've got belief in all those different dimensions of the company, the product, belief in the profession, yourself, you can get anywhere. And you said something else, you stay in it, persistence. Truly, you know, as Gregory talks about, a success tip, be here a year from now. You never know when it's going to click, you know, when that leader's going to show up. That's, you know, getting from director to senior director, I personally believe is the biggest jump we have, because you've got to have two directors and they have to be solid. And that's why I say have several. So Anne, let's see, you said, what else did you say? Joy in the journey. Oh my gosh. You know, the most fun does win, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
And you
like to have fun.
And you're doing so many wonderful things with your team, getting them together, you know, helping them understand about healthy eating. It's fabulous. So thank you so much, new senior director. And I mean, probably in 2 calls from now or less, You're going to be an executive too. So it just keeps going and growing. So congratulations, Anne. Thank you.
Robin.
Okay, so we were going to bring Rita on because Rita is, and if you're here, Rita, raise your hand if you're on a phone that I don't recognize, because there are some people on the phone. And Vicki Johnston, if you're here, raise your hand. I don't see you either. And we'll have to have you guys come on another time if you're not here this evening. Now, Luis, you have your hand up, but you're not Vicki. So I think that's you. Okay, thank you. All right, well, we're going to move on and we're going to go through who we've got here because we have some amazing people. And, you know, I want to next introduce everyone to Stephen Reed. Stephen is a coach, an author, a podcaster. He's certified and works with Zig Ziglar's organization. He's an absolute gem, and he worked really hard to achieve director. And so, Steve, some words of wisdom from you, please. You want to put your camera on?
Camera's on. I'm going to shift it a little bit so it's a little
Okay,
bit closer to me. All
there
right.
you
So
go.
if,
Fabulous.
first of all, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for your leadership, you and your husband. Thank you to Janet Kiefer. Thank you to Barbara Larrabee for their leadership. When Barbara originally introduced me to LifeWave, I was not looking. I was not looking at all. My coaching practice was doing extremely well. I didn't have enough time. I was actually getting ready for a second surgery on a broken leg, and the timing was horrible. So I started thinking about it over the next several weeks, actually a couple of months, and finally I had a second accident, a third surgery at the end of December, and I said, Barbara, didn't you tell me that there's something about bone strengthening with one of those patch things? I guess I'll try it. So then I tried it, and I just very casually introduced it to some friends, and one of them said, "Oh, I want that." And then before I knew it, she's like, "Okay, how do I become a distributor?" And I realized, wow, this is pretty easy. Probably one of the easiest things I've ever done. I've built large organizations in the past, and while they were hard, uh, anything worth doing is worth doing poorly until you learn to do it well, quote unquote. Zig Ziglar. I'm actually personal friends with Zig Ziglar's son, Tom, and I was talking to Tom not too long ago. Tom, what were the top reasons for your dad's success? And I'm going to steal those things. Number one is his undying faith and reliance in God. And I'm right there with him that if it wasn't for God and his provision and opening the right doors, I wouldn't be here. That's number one. Number two, he said his number two reason was persistency and consistency, or persistent consistency, as he said most of the time. So I've got to say pretty much the same thing for myself. Again, my coaching practice is doing very well, and it's a juggling act a lot of times to get on some of the evening calls because I've got a lot of client calls in the evening. And I made the decision that I was going to do it. And when I make the decision to do something like this, get out of the way, go to the bank, you might as well cash the check because it's going to be coming. So it was a choice, it was a decision, and it was persistent consistency, not giving up, not getting discouraged. No, let me rephrase. I got discouraged, okay, but I kept charging forward. I'm kind of like the little engine that could. So I made the decision, and that was the most important thing for me. The other side of it is I'm 66 years old, and while I love my coaching practice, I decided I needed something that was going to be long-term, specifically for my wife, who's a few years younger than I am. And so that's why I'm building, and that's why I'm here. So
Oh,
I want to leave my favorite story that I tell clients. There are 5 bullfrogs sitting on lily pads. 3 of them decide to jump off. And I ask how many bullfrogs are left. And everybody always says, well, it's 2. No, it's all 5, because all they did was decide. They didn't take action. I took action, and thank you, Barbara, again. We made it happen.
Oh, it's so wonderful getting to know you, Steve. You're a new leader in our lives, and Barbara raves about you and said you worked really, really hard. But some key things that Steve said, and I really do hope everyone's got your notepad out, because there's some gems here. Faith and resilience, persistence. He got discouraged. Well, guess what? I think we all do. It happens to all of us. That's life. There's no straight line in the universe, but you made the decision and you took action.
Yeah.
And remember that Steve came in at first, the timing was not right. And so if you have someone you really, really want in your business, the timing has to be right. And so just stay connected, because you never know when the timing is going to be right. And the majority of our focus is a product focus, and we bring people in through the product door. Most people, not everyone, but most people. And that's what got Steve. And what happened to your leg and your healing?
Well, I fell off a ladder last March. I jokingly told people I had a skydiving accident, but it was actually a ladder accident.
Briefly, okay.
Yeah, and had the surgery failed in September. I had to go back and have it redone, and then I had another accident in December, and so we're still in the healing process. It's not fusing as well as it should, but I am patching like crazy. I think I've got 37 patches on right now.
Oh.
So I'm exaggerating a little bit, but
yeah, just a little. Oh, thank you so much. There's actually an official term for that called the wallpaper method. Yeah.
Yep, I'll take that. I'll take that. Thanks,
Well,
Robin.
thank you so much, Steve. That's wonderful to have you in our leadership team. And for everyone, every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific, we get together as a leadership team to guide our community of Live Younger participants. And we depend on our leaders to give us guidance of what we want to do, feedback for ideas, giving us ideas. So we really, really, really are thrilled to have such high quality people in our leadership team. So now I'm going to bring on Sunshower Rose, and Sunshower Rose is in Sedona, Arizona. She's an extraordinary artist, and she's a collaborative artist, which is really exciting. She's really wanted this so badly, and she really wanted to get to convention. And her intention, she worked with intention. This woman clearly worked with intention, and has this amazing story that after a gazillion years, like 60 years or something, when you got your smell back or your taste, what was it?
69 years.
69 years. And so why don't you give us a few of your pieces of wisdom today, and congratulations to you.
Thank you. Well, it's a real honor to be on this call with everybody, and to make director. It really takes me a while. I'm a little bit of a late bloomer. Even my smell came back after 69 years with the X39. Talk about consistency and persistent. Yeah. So I want to say that everybody's going to talk about their teams, and obviously this is such a wonderful company with our strong upline who love us and support us at every turn. And then of course the downline's growing, and that's fabulous. I've been in network marketing for like 20 years. I've never had all this support. Now you just told me what it's going to take to get to senior director. It's like, oh, really? Oh. But I know it can happen. I would say just a couple of tips. One is to become a really good question asker. And when somebody answers you, maybe it's not to just go on and on about it, but say, really? And maybe a pregnant pause. Really? Tell me more about that. Then they really start to get the picture that you care about them.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
That's, I hope everyone hears that one, because one of the biggest landmines that we fall into as network marketers is we talk too much. and so asking the questions. So how do you know what questions to ask them?
Well, I took a course through Judy Daniels' 4-week action course, and among many topics. One is the 4 Color Personalities by Big Al. And all of us on the team that decided to take this part of the course got that book. And wow, it's very enlightening to find out, well, accountants are this sort of, accountant type people, they're this sort of people. So once you know the 4 color personalities, then you know a little better what kind of wording to use with them.
Okay, that was a huge piece of wisdom. That is a major success tip because you want to connect with people in a way that they can receive it. So learning about the different personality styles, and there's lots of different personality profiles. There's basically 4 styles, and there's different systems, but you can pick up on them pretty quickly when you learn them, and then you connect to their style. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anything else you want to share?
Just one more. I feel like I'm like this queen of 3-ways. I learned about 3-ways in 2001. I found the value in them. I know that they're magical. I know that the person that's doing the introducing from, say, the prospect to, say, the upline, your job is to listen and take notes and learn, because later you'll be the expert. But if you're new, it's like, please learn to listen well and take those notes, and do not be shy about 3-way calls. They're absolutely magical.
They're magical, and they don't cost you anything. And the bottom line is they work. It is one of the most powerful tools. So you had several wonderful bits of wisdom for people to share here. 3-way calls, question asking, connecting to their personality. Beautiful. Thank you, my dear. I'm so excited to see all of you very, very soon. Okay, congratulations. And then finally this evening, we're going to have Lori Endries with us tonight. And I have to look at Lori's bio because I didn't know her bio until I saw it come to me. So she's a marriage and family therapist with 10 years of clinical experience. And for the past 25 years, she's been providing corporate training and facilitation to Fortune 500 firms on health and wellness topics. And she likes riding horses on her hobby farm with her husband of almost 35 years. They have 3 children, and traveling around the US is a huge passion, along with empowering others to monetize their passion by living younger through LifeWave. Oh my goodness. Hi.
Hi there.
Congratulations,
Thank you so much
Lori.
for
Oh my gosh.
being
Yes.
with everyone. This is great.
It's wonderful. We'd love to hear some of your wisdom, my dear.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm honored. Well, when the rank advancement push came on the scene, it was very exciting. And I talked with a couple of my colleagues on the team, and they said, hey, why not us? Why not now? I said, I agree. So it really was a team effort. And thanks to Robin Hoffman, who helped guide us, it happened. And what happened in the beginning was I ran across this quote, and it says, you will act upon what you value and believe to be true. I took that and personalized it, and I made it about myself because I was really enthralled with LifeWave and wanting to share it with people, but I was having a hard time just moving and getting into action. So I changed it and I said, I will act upon what I value and believe to be true. So essentially I got out of my head and got into action. I gave Robin Hoffman permission, and Connie Lucas as well, check in with me now and then. Please hold me accountable. Specifically, I asked Robin and she agreed. And I had committed to approaching many, many people. And I needed that accountability of Robin just gently checking in with me. And she gave me so much encouragement. It's always, you're doing great, keep going. That's exactly what I needed. So I tried to do that for my team. And we ended up having so much fun. So I would check in often. And I found that it was even more exciting to offer them help than to help myself. So I just want to say one quick nugget. You know, we're all very, very busy. And the people we're approaching are also very busy. We have full lives. Remember, when we talk about this is something that doesn't have to take away from what you're already doing, that you can add it into the nooks and crannies of your life. Well, I needed to live that out because of what I have on my plate. And so tell yourself, if you will, when you start to struggle, to say, you know what? All right, I'm busy. Yes, I have a lot going on. Yet there's always somebody busier than me or under more pressure or dealing with different challenges. We all are. And they can do it too. I can do it. So that just encouraged me. And then finally, ask yourself this question as each day comes up and you stay on those guidelines of, all right, who are 3 people I can follow up with? Who's one person I can share with today, or send a video, or share a sample, or who can I talk to? You know, these simple little things we do every day. Ask yourself when things go off the rails and all of a sudden you're looking ahead going, well, I thought I had time to do this, but where am I going to find it? Ask this: how might I still make that phone call? How might I still connect with somebody, even when it feels very hectic? Why do I use the word might? Because if we say to ourselves or even to other people, how could or how should or how would, it sort of implies that we're looking for a certain answer. But when we use that word might, even when we say it to ourselves in our own self-talk, we have to be more curious and more inquisitive, and we open up to infinite possibilities. So I love to challenge myself in that way. And then with our teams, you know, how might we help you to reach your goals? That becomes the next frame of the question. So I just want to share those thoughts tonight. So thank you, Robin.
Whoa, whoa. That last piece for me is such a gift. And you can see how just changing one word, how may, how should, how could, how might, creating curiosity. That is beautiful. Oh my, I'm going to use that one and I'm going to give you credit. And you know, I loved how you talked about working in the nooks and crannies, because I remember one day I got a call from someone I didn't know, you know, I hadn't talked to in a long time. What are you up to? Blah, blah, blah. It was less than a minute that she got 2 videos. And then she texted me and said, can I share this? And she got a 3rd video. And we're talking less than a minute. That's a nook and cranny. And she said, how do I sign up? And this all happened from sending videos from the app. And it took me less than a minute. That app fits in our nooks and crannies really well, you know.
Absolutely.
And the fact that you reached out and asked, you know, Robin and Connie for support and accountability, that is huge. When we're making a change, having that accountability makes a huge difference. And you reached out and asked for it. And you've got 2 amazing people that are totally there to be of support to you. And you took action, you know, and you lived in the question, who can I talk to? And to me, you know, I think for those of you that have worked with me, you know, doing things that are based on our values is when we have true fulfillment in life. So, you know, acting on what is important to you. So this is beautiful. Congratulations and welcome to our leadership group, Lori.
Thank you.
Okay, so Gregory, you want to take it back to the newsletter? I think we're done for our group, and the last call for Connie and Rita. I don't see you here.
Yeah, I don't see him
and Rita?
either. Mhm.
Okay, well then I'm
Okay,
going to turn things over to you, I believe.
great. Okay, I'm going to go and share my screen. And I'm really excited, you know what, and again, from my heart to yours, all of our new rank achievers, especially those that were able to be on the call with us tonight. I'm taking notes also, you know, it's like persistency and consistency. I love persistent consistency because I used to tell people my middle name was persistent, you know, and if man were but constant, he would be perfect. I think he didn't say that about, that was Shakespeare, and he didn't say it about women because they already are, right? So men, we have to remember that, you know, if man were but constant, but consistency really pays off, you know, and out of that, out of consistency comes competence, you know, and confidence. And so it all just kind of builds. So really good stuff from all of you tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, with all of these new rank achievers, the only way we get new managers, directors, senior directors, executive directors is a whole lot of new distributors are joining us. And so I was meeting with our illustrious web team today, which is Judy Daniel, Liz Hodges, myself, and Robin cameos in there with us quite often and frequently, making sure that we're going in the right direction. But, you know, we were looking, you know, what could we do to make things even simpler? And Judy had this brilliant idea of simplifying the distributor welcome letter. And we did exactly that. We really we took the we have a really nice quick start checklist, but Judy was saying, why do we need a quick start checklist in the welcome letter? All we need in the welcome letter is tell them to go to Live Younger Success, and that's where it is. So we really, I don't want to say we dumbed down, we simplified the new distributor welcome letter so that it basically just encourages people to, and one thing I want to say, I hope that all of you that signed up new distributors, if you haven't already sent them a new distributor welcome letter, when you get off this call, I know you were waiting for this new version, this 8.822 version to come out, and it's now there. And there's a link right there in the newsletter where you can download it. You just copy and paste, send it to all your new people. And the key to success, to getting the ball rolling, to breaking the inertia of getting people engaged is, yes, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, go. And that's the website now just showcases those first 3 steps. Download the app, learn our simple daily method of operation, plug into communication and training. And one of those pieces of plugging into communication training is setting up a planning session with you or one of your upline leaders with every new person. Every new person joining your team should get the benefit of a planning session within 24 to 72 hours of joining. And every new person who joins your team should get the welcome letter within 20 minutes of them joining. It only takes a minute, congratulate them. I'm so glad you joined. In fact, while they're on the phone, hey, hold on, I'm going to send you a welcome letter. Oh, did you get it? Oh, great. Okay. And you can tell them what's in the welcome letter, point them at Live Younger Success, and encourage them their homework. And that's what the welcome letter says. Your homework is to do step 1, 2, and 3 at Live Younger Success. And the end of step 3 is to set up that planning session with you. And, I learned a long time ago that systems duplicate, people do not. Some of the people on the call tonight, I'm going, oh my God, these people are on our team. They're gonna blow the roof off of this, because there's some really capable people. And there's people like me that I like to say, I might learn slow, but I learn good. I won't say I failed miserably my first year or two in network marketing, but it took me a couple of years for the pieces of the puzzle to come together. And I was doing it full time. Okay. So I'm just so excited to have the team of leaders that we have coming together. And I just want to encourage all you to push this down to all the new people. Let people know when they join your team, they have to go to Live Younger Success and do step 1, 2, and 3. And whenever they join a new person, they need to also send that welcome letter. So it's really that easy. Keep it simple, keep it duplicatable. And that's what it's taken us 3.5 years. Rob and I have been involved 3.5 years. It took us 3.5 years with the help of Judy and Liz and so many other people and Connie and so many more. I just couldn't name all the names. All the directors, like you said, Robin, and they get together on Wednesday mornings to continue the refiner's fire. And we're getting really close to having, I think we got the best success system in the company. And so I'm very proud of that. And it's a collective effort by everybody. So thank you. I'm glad I had the opportunity to share that. Thank you.
Thank you, Gregory. This afternoon, we were talking about that because a lot of times I have come across, I won't mention any names, people that never got a welcome letter. And I went, oh my, because then, that's when people are most excited and giving them what to do next. 1, 2, 3, and it's all there. And, thank you, Gregory, Judy, Liz, behind the scenes, they're always refining and living in the question of what can we do to make it even better. So it's a fabulous system, and go there. And it's very easy. Everything is there. You don't even have to write the letter. You can copy and paste. You can edit it and personalize it if you like. And why don't you talk about tomorrow night? Because it's going to be a little different than usual.
Yeah, several of our doctors are kind of on sabbatical in the Philippines and, and other things. So we didn't have a doctor lined up for tomorrow. So Rob and I discussed, why don't we do it together? Because every Tuesday night, I do the front end of the PowerPoint. There's a whole beautiful back end that I don't get to share with you. So tomorrow night, I'm going to go through the whole X39 X49, because I'm going to introduce X49 in the back end of that PowerPoint also. And I think you'll really enjoy it. It's going to be great for your guests. And that PowerPoint is available for downloads, in liveyounger.downloads.com. People sometimes ask, pretty much everything we do is available for all of you to use. But so a great call for guests tomorrow. Looking forward to Robin and I. And then Robin's going to come on. She's going to introduce it. She's going to bring me on. I'm going to go through the PowerPoint, and Robin's going to handle some Q&A.
All right.
I'll call her Dr. Robin. I'll call her Mama Robin.
No, don't call me Dr.
Mama,
Robin, please.
Mama Robin. All
And
right.
and just so you know, the name tags were shipped today, or they're done. They're done today. So we'll have those for all of you, and we'll give you all the details next Monday night about the logistics and how it's all going to work out. So just know that we are here to, get connected and get to meet everybody. And I know I'm getting some sad news that some people are not going to be able to come at the last minute. And like I said, before you cancel, reach out to us, because we have other people that do want tickets, but we're going to miss seeing you. David is, he had canceled his LifeWave Connect a few weeks ago. And so it's happening. X39 and X49.
Yes.
On Wednesday. So it's that same link works for all of the events.
So the beauty of that is get him on the call tomorrow night. I'll tee it up for David for Wednesday. And between David and I, we'll close anybody you can get on the call.
There you go.
There you go.
If you haven't watched the the Oz David interview, if you haven't made up your mind yet, about getting a virtual ticket, or some of your people haven't, you guys probably are all handled because you're here. But if some of your people haven't, please send that video that's in Live Younger Success under the library, under David Schmidt videos. It's the top right, and it's Why LifeWave, Why Now? And he plants a lot of seeds. He creates a lot of curiosity. It's like, you're going to want to be there either virtually or live. So, and the deadline for virtual tickets is the 15th. And so make sure that you don't wait till the last minute. Okay. Make sure that you get your ticket. Okay. So next Thursday morning, we have a business chat every Thursday morning, and we get our ideas for what to do on the chat based on what happens on our leadership call on Wednesday. So we'll let you know on Thursday morning. Although we may be talking a little bit about conference, right?
I'm sure we will. I'm sure we're going to talk a lot about the
I think we're
conference.
going to,
Yeah.
about
Both virtual attendance. So everyone, whether you're attending virtually or physically, you're going to want to be on that call, because we're going to brainstorm a little on, how to make, take greatest advantage of the opportunities. So we've gone quite a bit over tonight. So Robin, was there anything else on the here that we need to cover? I think the rest of it's pretty much speaks for itself in the newsletter, unless there's something you wanted to highlight.
We'll do our spin next week.
Mhm.
And we might give away our new book. What do you think?
I think that would be very fun.
Yeah, we only have a few, and we're giving away one to Emily and one to Lori at the conference, but we do have a new book that we wrote a chapter in, and the title of our chapter is We Grow People. And the book is called 22 Entrepreneurs and History Making Couples in Network Marketing, something like that. I don't do you know the whole title, honey?
That's something close to that, and it is on #1 bestseller on Amazon.
It has maintained bestseller status for as long as it's been out, the last several weeks. And so it's very exciting. I think there's some really, really, really timeless value of wisdom in network marketing in there. So I think, look at this. We did a good job, honey, and we'll have more next week because we have so many people. We're doing it a quicker way, but it's working really well. And we got treasures and gems tonight. So again, congratulations to everybody. Those of you that didn't rank up, but we're going for it, got the momentum. And so it won't be long before you do too. And like we heard, persistence, stay with it. Be here a year from now, because you never know when that builder's going to show up that's going to change your life. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah.